Hello. So today we'll talk about modern games that offer not only an exciting storyline, but also impressive graphics. In this video, I'll tell you about 12 games that are definitely worth trying if you value visual quality. Let's get started. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is one of Ubisoft's most ambitious projects, offering players a massive open world covering 440 square kilometers. The game's development cost the company $120 million, highlighting the scale and seriousness of the project. Wildlands' game world recreates various biomes of Bolivia, from dense jungles to snow-capped mountains. The game features dynamic weather and day-night cycles, significantly impacting player tactics and strategy. But that's not all. Listen further. Wildlands was also one of the first games to use volumetric lighting technology, creating realistic lighting and shadows. On Steam, the game received mixed reviews, but its graphics remain a benchmark for many games. The main storyline takes about 30 hours to complete, but with side quests and world exploration, this time can easily extend to 60 hours, making the game a true challenge for open-world enthusiasts. Like my videos? Subscribe and enjoy the content. Elden Ring. Elden Ring, created by From Software, was developed in collaboration with George R.R. Martin, the author of Game of Thrones. Cool, right? This game impresses with its vast open world, consisting of 6 major areas, each with unique architecture, design, and biomes, even without considering expansions. The game world covers about 79 square kilometers, making it one of the largest projects in the action RPG genre. Elden Ring's development took about 5 years, with a budget of $80 million, underscoring the serious investment in quality and detail. The game's visuals are based on an improved version of the engine previously used in Dark Souls 3, providing exceptional environmental detail and a captivating atmosphere. The main storyline takes 50 to 70 hours to complete, but fully exploring and completing all side quests will take over 100 hours. This makes Elden Ring a real challenge even for the most experienced players seeking a deep and rich gaming experience. Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1, developed by DICE and published by Electronic Arts, takes players back to the rare era of World War I for a shooter. You know what's most interesting? The game uses the Frostbite 3rd generation engine, delivering photorealistic graphics and a fully destructible environment, allowing players to change the course of battle in real time. The game's development cost is estimated at $60 million, with another $40 million spent on the marketing campaign, showing the serious investment in this project. On Steam, the game has received over 50,000 positive reviews, reflecting its high quality. The game's graphics are impressive in detail and realism, especially with the dynamic weather that can completely change battlefield conditions, creating new tactical opportunities. The single-player campaign takes about 6 to 8 hours to complete, but the focus in Battlefield 1 is on multiplayer modes, which can captivate players for hundreds of hours thanks to the variety of maps, modes, and tactical possibilities. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Now for something really interesting. Star Wars Jedi Survivor continues the thrilling story of Cal Kestis, the hero of the First Fallen Order. The game, developed by Respawn Entertainment, is built on the Unreal Engine 4th generation engine, allowing for stunning visual effects and animations. The game's development cost $100 million, highlighting the scale and ambition of the project. The game features several planets, each with its unique biomes, architecture, and flora, adding variety and depth to exploring the game world. The graphics deserve special attention thanks to the use of ray tracing technology, making the lighting and shadows more realistic and immersive. The main storyline takes about 25 hours to complete, but with additional missions and planet exploration, this time can increase to 40 hours. Star Wars Jedi Survivor offers not only an engaging storyline, but also a rich visual experience, worthy of the attention of series fans. Dying Light 2. Stay Human. Dying Light 2. Stay Human offers one of the largest open worlds among zombie games. The game world covers about 7 square kilometers, allowing players to freely explore it in search of resources, completing tasks, and surviving among hordes of infected. The game, developed by Techland, cost more than $100 million, underscoring its scale and ambition. The game uses the specially created C engine, which provides realistic physics, dynamic lighting, and detailed character animations. On Steam, Dying Light 2. Stay Human has over 60,000 positive reviews, reflecting its popularity and high quality. The main storyline takes about 20 hours to complete, but with all side quests, secrets, and exploration, this can easily increase to 100 hours. This is one of those games where graphics and gameplay harmoniously combine, creating an exciting and tense gaming experience that stays with you for a long time. Final Fantasy XVI. Final Fantasy XVI became the most expensive game in the franchise's history, with a budget exceeding $150 million. The game was developed by Square Enix, and for the first time in the series, the Luminous Studio engine was used, allowing for breathtaking landscapes and detailed characters. The game world is divided into several large regions, each with its unique climate, architecture, and atmosphere, making world exploration exciting and diverse. The main playthrough takes about 35 to 40 hours, but for full immersion in the game and exploring all its secrets, you'll need at least 80 hours. The visual aspect of the game deserves special attention thanks to the use of global illumination and ray tracing technologies, which make the lighting, shadows, and reflections as realistic and atmospheric as possible. Final Fantasy XVI is not just a continuation of the legendary series, but a true visual masterpiece, demonstrating how far modern technology can go in creating game worlds. Dead Space Remake. Ready for an unexpected twist? Dead Space Remake, created by EA Motive, uses the same Frostbite engine that was used in developing Battlefield 1, but this time to create an atmosphere of horror and claustrophobia on a spaceship. The game's development cost $70 million, highlighting the seriousness of the project and the desire to preserve the original's legacy. The remake's graphics have been completely overhauled. Improved textures, new lighting effects, animations, and ray tracing technology, providing realistic lighting and shadows that enhance the sense of tension. The average playthrough time is about 12 to 15 hours, matching the original game's length. Despite this, Dead Space Remake received very positive reviews from critics and players for its attention to detail and careful preservation of the original atmosphere. This project is an excellent example of how modern technology can breathe new life into classic games, without losing their spirit and legacy, but instead enhancing their significance and appeal to a new audience. Cyberpunk 2077. You won't believe it, but Cyberpunk 2077, developed by CD Projekt Red, became one of the most talked about games of the last decade. The game's development cost exceeded $300 million, making it one of the most expensive in gaming history. Cyberpunk 2077 features an open world of Night City, covering about 100 square kilometers, allowing players to freely explore this futuristic metropolis. Upon release, the game faced numerous technical problems, sparking serious controversy and criticism. However, with subsequent patches, the developers fixed most of the issues, and now the game enjoys well-deserved popularity. On Steam, Cyberpunk 2077 has over 450,000 positive reviews. The main storyline takes about 25 to 30 hours to complete, but with all the side quests and world activities, this time can extend to 100 hours. The game's graphics are impressive in detail and realism, especially on high settings and with ray tracing technology, making Cyberpunk 2077 a visually stunning experience for players. Starfield. By the way, not many know, but Starfield is Bethesda's first new intellectual property in over 25 years. The game is developed on the Creation Engine's second-generation engine, and its budget exceeds $200 million, highlighting the scale and ambition of the project. Starfield offers players the opportunity to explore space with more than 1,000 planets, each unique in its structure, biomes, and resources. The game's visual component deserves special attention thanks to the realistic simulation of space and planetary surfaces, allowing players to immerse themselves in exploring uncharted worlds. The main storyline takes about 30 to 40 hours to complete, but with additional missions and exploration, this time can significantly increase, reaching 100 or more hours. On Steam, the game received positive reviews, but was also criticized for some technical issues, especially at launch. Despite this, from a graphical perspective, Starfield remains one of the most impressive projects in recent years, offering players a truly cosmic scale and detailed world design. Gran Turismo 7. It turns out that Gran Turismo 7, developed by Polyphony Digital, became one of the most detailed racing simulations on the market. The game uses the specially created GT7 engine, allowing for photorealistic cars and tracks with incredible precision. The game's development cost is estimated at $80 million, highlighting serious investments in creating a realistic racing experience. The game features over 400 cars and 90 tracks, each detailed to the smallest details, including terrain, road surface, and surrounding landscapes. Special attention is given to car physics, which is meticulously modeled to match reality as closely as possible, along with realistic simulation of weather conditions and time of day, adding depth to the gameplay. Visually, the game is impressive, especially in 4K mode on next-gen consoles, where every detail of the car and track looks as realistic as possible. Gran Turismo 7 is a must for all racing simulator fans who appreciate not only engaging gameplay, but also high-quality visual execution, immersing them in the world of real racing. Ghostwire, Tokyo. Ghostwire, Tokyo, developed by Tango Gameworks, invites players to immerse themselves in the mystical world of modern Tokyo, where the city's streets are inhabited by ghosts, demons, and other supernatural entities. The game is built on the Unreal Engine 4th generation engine and uses ray tracing technology to create realistic reflections and shadows, enhancing the game's dark and mysterious atmosphere. The development budget was about $70 million, highlighting the project's scale and ambitions. The game's visual aspect is striking in its attention to detail, especially in the depiction of urban landscapes, architecture, and effects such as light and shadows, which play a key role in creating a tense atmosphere. The average playthrough time is about 15 to 20 hours, depending on the playstyle and the desire to explore the world. Despite mixed reviews on Steam, Ghostwire. Tokyo stands out for its unique graphics and atmosphere, making it worth the attention of fans of unusual and visually impressive games. The Last of Us Part 1 Remake. Finally, The Last of Us Part 1 Remake is not just an update, but a complete rework of the classic game, created by Naughty Dog. Using the engine on which The Last of Us Part 2 was built, the developers completely reworked and improved the textures, animations, and lighting to achieve the most realistic visual representation. The remake's development cost is estimated at $50 million, highlighting serious investments in quality and detail. Visually, the game has become significantly more detailed, especially in facial animations and environmental effects, creating a deeper and more emotional immersion in the story. The main storyline takes about 12 to 15 hours to complete, but with additional missions and secrets to find, this time can significantly increase. The Last of Us Part 1 Remake is an excellent opportunity for new players to experience one of the most significant games of recent years, and for longtime fans to see a beloved story in a new, modern light. Did you like what I talked about? Subscribe and share in the comments what you think. Let's chat!